Sandown is a track steeped in history, and last year it shaped the outcome in the Fujitsu V8 Supercar Series. Damien Assailant unloads David Russell, the championship contenders. That really hurts. Today is the penultimate round, and the title is in the balance between a former champion and a pile of hungry rookies. So get ready, the Fujitsu fight starts now. Well, it's the penultimate round in the Fujitsu V8 Supercar Series here at Sandown, where the weather has turned out to be sensational. Owen Racing's Alex Davison's my co-driver today, and as much as you need engine power here, you need to be able to use it too.
Absolutely, with the really tight hairpins coming onto both the straights here, being able to get the power down and get good drive under those straights is really important, and the guys who have that good power down are going to be the ones making up positions.
We've seen a lot of the Fujitsu Series drivers in action in the Championship Series endurance races this year, so you've got some first-hand knowledge of some of these guys. What are your thoughts?
Oh, for sure, a lot of them stood out and did a really good job. It's a hard task coming in as a part-time driver into the main series, and with the extra pressure and everything. Obviously, one of the standouts was Owen with 888, and it's no surprise to see him leading the championship.
He leads the championship by 175 points. There's 600 still available here at Sandown and at Sydney Olympic Park, but it's the fight for second place that's on in earnest. While Owen looks to be sitting pretty at the top of the table, there's just 47 points between second and fourth in the series. A dominant round win by David Russell at Bathurst has launched him into third in the championship, and right in the middle of a year-long fight between rookies Nick Percat and Tim Blanchard for second in the championship. And surely it must leave Russell wondering what could have been had the first part of his season gone to plan. Blanchard in the gap at turn 6, and contact, around goes Russell.
It's always good to go back to the start of the year, start counting back, working out what could have been. But look, all I've got to do is focus on the remaining races for the rest of the championship, see if we can get the Jayco Falcon flying again.
Nick Percat upgraded to a VE Commodore for the last round at Bathurst. A podium finish showed that the newer equipment agreed with him, but he's had another change ahead of this weekend.
It's quite a big change. I've actually got a different chassis compared to what I raced at Bathurst. It's Will Davison's car from last year, Bathurst winner, Phillip Island winner, second in the championship, so I got really no excuses now. Quite a good car, and we just had a few little issues yesterday and we've ironed them out, and now pressing on today.
Tim Blanchard currently sits fourth and is happy to be reunited with his ex-888 car after doing co-driver duties at Phillip Island and taking on the V8 Ute boys around the new Gold Coast circuit.
Yeah, we've done a few miles of different cars, which has helped just get up to terms with close racing, things like that. So, yeah, it's pretty good to be back in my own car. We need a pretty good weekend this weekend to try and claw back some points and get up to second. Steve
Owen has dominated most of the year, holds a handy lead in the championship, and recently won his first main game race with Jamie Whincup on the Gold Coast. But at the last Fujitsu round, brake problems affected his run on the mountain, and that's left the door slightly ajar for the chasing pack.
Yeah, it actually broke a master cylinder, so we had no front brakes, and it was a little bit intermittent and not that much fun to drive, to be honest. And I saw most of the escape roads at Bathurst, but we got a lot of points for the weekend, which helps in the championship.
All season there have been interlopers in the Fujitsu Series, drivers not competing in the full championship who are capable of stealing vital points away from the regulars, and they don't care about championships.
Full-time drive is my aspiration for next season, so really need to come out here and try and do our best to win all three. Having won one already this year has been a good start, and just learning this car quickly and just doing the best job we can.
Continuing his dominant streak, it was again Steve Owen who claimed the Armour All Pole Award. After a 6-week break, the Fujitsu V8 Supercars were finally back on track. And the crowd wouldn't have to wait long for the entertainment to begin.
Stunning start from David Russell. The Jayco Falcon leads to turn 1. Perkins lunging up the inside of James Moffat, but it's narrow. Matthew White gets squeezed out and around he goes.
4 into 1 never goes, as we know, and poor Scott McLaughlin just got sandwiched in the middle there.
Oh, too wide here. Perkins cuts through the grass, keeps the throttle nailed. A few of the others do. Scott McLaughlin, Ryan Hansford. It's a busy first lap. Side by side down the back straight. Sons of guns, Moffat and Perkins. The fight for third is on.
They've been side by side since the first corner, so they're pushing hard, these boys. Moffat will be trying to get a side toe from Perkins here, but I think he's on the wrong side of the track over the top of the hill.
Safety car's being called though. Matthew White's car being removed from the sand. Let's have a look again, and yeah, it really is a case of not enough road for everyone.
3 into 1's difficult there. 4 into 1, you've got absolutely no shot at all.
And this was Perkins electing to make the call, go around the tyre bundle and pop out the other side.
Soon after the cars got back up to full speed, so did Steve Owen.
The championship leader up the inside. The Earth-X Commodore is through to the lead in race 1.
Very aggressive move there off the restart. Not an easy overtaking move to take at all, so good stuff.
Jack Perkins, a little brake lock up just behind. This is a really even fight.
The next lap, Russell was again under fire.
On board with James Moffat, the Norton 360 Falcon being engineered this weekend by Campbell Little. Little bit of a mistake from Russell. That leaves him really vulnerable.
Russell and Perkins side by side here, and Jack will be trying to go around the outside. It's a move you can do.
Oh, Russell locks it up. He throws the car at the curb. Now Moffat's inside, punches into Perkins. Russell's the big loser here. The big winner is Steve Owen. Look at the gap.
I know, he's pulled away massively there. I'm very surprised no one ended up going backwards there. And Moffat's ended up passing 2 cars in one manoeuvre, so he's come out a winner.
Down at turn 1. Moffat trying to edge across. Perkins won't let him. The love machine driven by Paul Morris at Bathurst. Moffat's car, of course, run by Ford Performance Racing under the Rising Stars banner. You really have to ride these curbs, and Perkins looks like he's really going to have a run.
Moffat quickly opened up a gap on his rivals, but it was short-lived.
Been a tough year for James Moffat, 5th in the championship coming into this weekend. He's a little bit wide at turn 1. Here's the chance for Jack Perkins. Where is he though? Is he around the outside? He must have got the job done. There he is. The Love Commodore's through to 2nd.
Barely half a lap later, Jack nearly threw it all away.
Over the top at Dandenong Road, and Perkins out through the grass, pops out the other side. That's 2 excursions this race.
Yeah, he's done well both times to not lose any spots and not even run wide, didn't even lose any time.
As Nick Percat's car ground to a halt by the side of the track, so did his chance of taking 2nd in the championship in his rookie year.
Huge disappointment for Nick Percat.
But nothing could stop Steve Owen. He extended his championship lead with another dominant performance.
This is race win number 6 of the season. Steve Owen takes race 1 at Sandown and inches closer and closer to that championship. Perkins 2nd from Moffat, Tim Blanchard from 9th on the grid to 5th, but our race winner has extended the points margin.
Yeah, it's you never like to see competitors go out, but when second in the championship stops on the track, when you're leading, it's always a nice feeling. So bad luck to Nick, but he'll be back there tomorrow.
After the break, more action in the Fujitsu V8 Supercars. It's the inverted race. It's a reverse grid. Race 2.